Bill Lark uses the analogy, he would say, the amount of whiskey that Tasmania makes in a year
Is nothing compared to
is what
Scotland.
Scotland would spill on the floor.
Wow. The amount of whiskey Australia and Tasmania distillery makes in a year is the amount Scotland spills on the floor. Wow.
So that's an analogy of the difference in volume. But when you think about it, if you go to any Dan Murphy store or you're travelling internationally, you go to duty free and you see, I know I'm just using Johnny Walker Red as an example, I guess, but you see Johnny Walker Red in every bottle shop, in every duty free, all around the world. And when you think about the volume that they must make to be able to supply that everywhere all over the world, millions and millions of bottles. Whereas we're just sort of, this little boutique craft distillery, we just don't, that's not what we're about, really. So we're not about the volume, we're more about the quality, making a quality finite resource of the spirit. So, and that's why it's expensive, because there's far less volume, it's all done by hand, it's distilled by hand, not, there's no computers, and all bottled by hand, and
because we reviewed some scotches, and we always wanted to do some review some Australian whiskies, but you look at the price.
The price point is different,
But then interesting, because like an 18-year-old whiskey doesn't necessarily mean that it's better.
Correct. No, 100%, 100%.
It generally means it's been matured in a much larger vessel for 18 years to have that interaction with the internal surface to get the same as what you could in 2 years in a 20 litre.
But as a consumer though, right? The marketing, when you look at it,
absolutely.
like 18, no age, 500 mil, 750.
Sure.
But the thing is, we've just started tasting the Australian whiskey. They're freaking great.
Yeah.